Tucked away in a quiet corner of southern Ontario, the rural settlement of Baldoon once seemed like an idyllic place to build a life. But in the summer of 1829, something unexplainable began to torment the Macdonald family. An onslaught of violent poltergeist activity that would terrify not just the family, but all who came to witness it. Fires erupted without cause. Bullets and rocks rained down from nowhere, furniture moved on its own, and invisible footsteps echoed through the halls. As the mystery deepened, whispers of curses, witchcraft, and even shape-shifting geese began to swirl. In this episode, we explore one of Canada's most infamous supernatural legends, the Baldoon Mystery.
Welcome to Haunted Hangout, a podcast for those fascinated by the unexplained, captivated by the paranormal, and entranced by the absurd. I'm your host, Chelsea.
And I'm Liz.
Woo!
We're bringing it back to Canada today.
Back to Canada. I've never heard this before, so
yeah, it is. I hadn't heard about it either before.
In Southern Ontario,
Yep. So it's like pretty. I have not actually looked it up on a map to see how close it is to us because we are also in Southern Ontario. But we will do that for sure because I would like to know how close it is to us.
Yeah. Same.
It's near present day Wallaceburg. Do you know where Wallaceburg is?
No clue where that is.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Geography's
hard. Geography
is hard.
So I found this one because we are Canadian, I was like, I feel like me and you know, not everything we do is going to be Canadian, but we're going to make an effort every bit to do a Canadian story. So I was like, hey, like what's like a spooky like Canadian ghost story? And there's actually a lot.
Really?
And there was a lot more than I thought there would be.
Love.
Yeah. So this is one of the ones that I found, and it's like I said, one of the most infamous in the country. So it's good. It's got a lot of stuff going on here.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I don't think you're gonna like.
There definitely has potential for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to tell you about this.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah. Before we get into that,
yes.
Do we have anything?
Yeah,
I have nothing spooky.
I think we should talk. I don't have anything particularly spooky, but I think we should talk about. And don't mind Murphy; he's just eating his toy. But
he's just there.
He's just
chewing.
He's chewing his little toy.
He's chewing.
Yeah, I think we should talk about our summer schedule.
Yes.
Life has become very, very busy in the last month.
Yeah.
A lot of change going on. So unfortunately, we have to do a bit less.
Yeah, do you want to talk about why? I mentioned in this post like an upcoming move.
Yeah, like I'm moving. So that's been pretty busy. And then it's just summer is like just so many things going on. We've got a lot of weddings.
We're both going to a wedding, and this wedding is Chelsea's twin brother. Yeah, so Chelsea's a bit more involved.
So
in it,
excited!
Which is it's gonna be so
it's gonna
fun
be beautiful.
And so nice,
I cannot wait.
And we were just at your future sister-in-law's bachelorette.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Which was
Liz.
amazing.
Liv.
I'm Liz.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, the L's, I get confused.
I know. We're off by one letter. It's fine.
Liver. We love
Liver.
you. This is the best bachelorette. We had so much fun.
It was truly, I truly think I recovered just today.
And same.
And it's Thursday, and we got home on Sunday. So it was a wild time, and it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
But anyway, moral of the story, we have a lot going on this summer.
Yeah.
You more than me, to be completely honest. Like, you got a lot. Like, you're moving, you're trying to list your house. Like, it's just
there's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So we have to do less episodes in the meantime, but we'll be back in the fall.
Yes.
We'll go back to our regular schedule.
We still have at least 3 episodes per month that's gonna come out, which is, I think, still like
that's still
it's
good.
still
Usually
it's
we
not
do 4, but it'll be like
or like one per week. So this week. This is like a weird, like July's a weird month where there's 5 weeks just because of the way the months, the weeks like
damn July
worked.
Be crazy.
So yeah, so this month we do have 2 weeks where there's no new episodes.
Yeah.
But in August, I believe it's like we still have 3 episodes. September, it'll just be the first week in September where we don't have a new episode. Yeah. And then as of right now, unless anything else comes up, as of right now, after that week where we don't have a new episode, then it'll be weekly again.
Yeah.
But we just needed a bit more time to focus on personal
more time to write the episodes. So
right, exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, we don't want to rush writing our episodes because we don't want to give you shitty content.
Yeah, we don't want to do the stories a disservice. No. So we're working with the time that we got.
Yeah,
so.
This is our way of kind of like somehow still giving you guys content, but not sacrificing on like the quality of our episodes. So it obviously, like, if we would still be doing it once a week if we could, but yeah, we just can't for now. For the next like 2 months ish. But if you're not following us on Instagram, please do so, because we'll be posting. I've already posted July, but we'll be posting the schedule so you can actually see what day you will get new episodes, and we actually put what we're covering so you will know beforehand the fun topics that we're going to cover.
Yes.
Like the dancing plague. That's gonna be interesting.
I'll try my very best with that one. It may change.
it may change.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. Chelsea's gonna do the dancing plague this month.
I'll try my very best.
But it may change.
If it's not
the dancing plague, just know she tried.
Don't come for me. I tried my best.
So yeah. So some.
Oh my
Murphy.
Goodness! What are you doing?
Yeah, I think that was our only little tidbit of updates, right?
Yeah. Other than the dream that I had, which now that I remember, because Ryan and I were walking through a house and he was like, it's a little weird in here. And then I walked in and I was like, because it be haunted. So
it'd be weird, but it'd be haunted.
Let's hope that doesn't happen when I look at houses this weekend.
When you're looking at...
Yes.
But I feel like if you are looking at houses, like you'll get vibes, like
always
before
100%.
Like I can't see you going into a place, signing a lease,
and
then
being like
vibes.
This 100%.
Like you'll know.
You always feel the vibes immediately. I also feel like I'm not one of those. I will always ask the realtor. Like, I don't care.
Did someone die in this house?
Yeah,
you have to legally tell me.
You legally have to tell me.
You have to disclose
so
that
like,
information.
and I always ask it. And like, I asked it when we were looking at places a long time ago, and like Ryan started laughing, and I was like, "What?" They have to tell me. Like, it's a legitimate question. Like, if there's weird vibes in here, like, I want to know.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's a fair thing to ask.
It's a fair question. So
you want to move into some place that's haunted?
TBD. But
like, you'd think we'd want to live in a haunted place, but I honestly just don't. I don't think I'd want to deal with that.
I don't. I actually don't want to live in a haunted place.
Give me too much. I already have enough anxiety. Like, I don't want to worry about like a ghost watching me.
Yeah.
As I'm like
changing.
Yeah. Right. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that either. But I love the idea of having like an old Victorian house that has been like renovated inside.
That
like,
I want.
But I want the exterior. Like, I still want it, like, to be clear, like, I want the interior to still be very much Victorian. I just want it to be like updated.
It's updated.
Yeah.
It's not,
it's not like
you have plumbing.
Yeah, you have plumbing. Your foundation is not like cracking.
Yes.
Yeah. You know?
No, I 100% agree. I think the worst thing that you can do is, okay, not the worst thing. The worst thing you can do if you're like a house flipper is buy a beautiful old Victorian house and make it disgustingly modern.
Literally, I 100%
and get rid of all of the like beautiful character.
Yeah, like I love when they have like stained glass windows. Oh my God, I love like a gingerbread trim. Yes. Like I love like the love
wood,
old houses.
Like the
the Queen Anne style is like my favorite architectural style. Like I would not change a thing, but I think that fundamentally you have to.
Well, fundamentally you do have to make sure that the inside
to make sure it's livable
bones is of
this
century.
That's what I mean. I don't mean like changing the house completely so that it's like a modern house inside.
God no. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if you want a modern house,
buy a modern house.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I do like newer kitchens though, but I love a green kitchen. Like that's my dream kitchen is a dark green kitchen. Yeah.
Are we ready for the Baldoon Mystery?
I think so. I'm really excited.
I don't know if you're ready. And I wrote this, like, it's a bit like, it's not like right here because I wrote it last week. So it's kind of, part of it's, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
So,
Let's do it.
Sorry.
Let's go. Let's do it.
near present-day Wallaceburg in southern Ontario, which we'll have to look up because I actually don't know where that is. Sorry, fellow southern Ontario people. So once stood the Baldoon settlement, a small community founded by Lord Selkirk with the dream of recreating the Scottish Highlands. Oh, we're looking it up now.
Yeah, I literally...
It's spelled like that.
It'll correct me. Where is it? On a map, open in maps.
Where is it compared to where we are right now?
Directions. Let's see from my home.
Oh.
It was 2 hours away.
Oh, it's like over there. Okay, that's where I thought it would be.
There.
It's near like Sarnia.
That kind of makes sense.
Low-key.
Oh, didn't mean to zoom out.
For anyone wondering, it is like essentially on the border of Ontario and Michigan.
Yeah. It's
very close to Michigan. There's some geographical context for you.
Now we know.
So, Lord Selkirk, he brought in sheep and persuaded around 15 families from Scotland to make the journey. They arrived on September 5th, 1804, only to find themselves facing a swampy, inhospitable landscape just in time for malaria season.
That's fun.
So...
Oh.
So the settlement struggled from the start, hindered by swampy, low-lying land that proved difficult to farm.
Fair.
Yeah. He was trying to make it Scotland. This ain't Scotland. This is Canada. The imported sheep failed to adapt, and disease frequently swept through the community.
I hate that.
I know, poor sheep.
Poor sheepies.
Despite Lord Selkirk's vision, the colony never truly took root. Following an invasion by American forces during the War of 1812,
They're so close to America.
They're very close to America, yeah. So, following an invasion by American forces during the War of 1812, most of the original settlers abandoned the area, and Selkirk eventually sold off the land. But one of the original Scottish settlers to arrive in Baldoon in 1804 was Donald Macdonald.
I'm sorry.
Love the names.
That's good.
Yeah. Who managed to thrive despite the settlement's many challenges.
Classic Donald MacDonald.
Classic Donald MacDonald. He and his wife had several children, including a son named John. As John reached adulthood, Donald purchased a nearby property so that John and his wife could establish their own home while still remaining close enough to help with the land and livestock. In the summer of 1829, strange and unsettling events began unfolding around the MacDonald home. So this is Donald MacDonald's son's home.
Oh, okay.
This is John MacDonald.
Please tell me that his middle name was Donald.
It's actually Donald Ronald MacDonald. I'm kidding. It's not. I just made that up.
I was like, Donald Ronald MacDonald.
No, his father's name is Donald Ronald MacDonald. No,
Crazy.
I don't know middle names. I just know.
That's fair.
Donald MacDonald, and then his son is John MacDonald. So this is John's house.
Okay.
It started while several women were working in the barn preparing straw. Without warning, a wooden pole from the loft above crashed down. They chalked it up to dry weather, causing the wood to shrink. But minutes later, right?
Sorry, go on. Never mind. Okay.
But minutes later, a second pole fell, this time narrowly missing them. Alarmed, they inspected the loft but found nothing unusual and resumed their work. Then a third pole came down. Fearing the barn would collapse, the woman fled to John MacDonald's house to continue their work. Moments after settling in, they were startled by the sound of shattering glass. Oof. A bullet had ricocheted through a window and landed at their feet. As they approached the window to investigate, a barrage of bullets suddenly rained in,
what the hell?
Forcing them to the floor.
That's so strange.
It's
what
weird.
Year was this?
This is 1829.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. The woman escaped to the neighbor's house and returned with him. He later testified that the windows were riddled with bullet holes, yet strangely, the walls were untouched and the woman unharmed. Even more unsettling, no one heard any gunfire.
What?
Yeah, so it wasn't like...
It's just like
there's no gunfire,
silence.
it's just bullets.
That's weird.
Coming from nowhere.
Is that weirder, or do you think the sound would freak you out a lot? Because I feel like
the sound would freak you the fuck out.
Sound has such an impact on how you feel.
I think if that were to happen in that moment, I feel like you wouldn't.
Did you hear like glass shattering?
Yeah.
Oh, so you would hear like you would hear the glass. There would be no,
because the bullets were going through the windows, but there's no like gunshot.
That's so weird. That's so strange.
Yeah, it would be weird. So a few days after the barn incident, John's wife was jolted awake by the sound of heavy footsteps echoing from the kitchen.
Ew.
John listened as the measured steps moved steadily across the floor, followed by the creak of a door and a startled cry from one of their children. I know. He leapt from the bed, rushed through the kitchen, and opened the door, only to find the frightened child alone in the room. No one else was there.
Okay. What did the child say?
Unsure.
He's like, I'm scared.
I'm assuming the child.
I'm assuming he was like. Ah.
I'm assuming like no one was actually there. It was just the kid probably like just heard it too and like got scared,
freaked out. Yeah.
So these unexplained footsteps became a regular occurrence over the following years, echoing from the house at all hours. They were most often heard in the kitchen, but sometimes crept right up to the children's beds.
Ew.
Or followed the woman from room to room.
Why is it so like targeted?
I don't know.
Why does it hate women, children?
I think it just hated all of them, to be honest.
Maybe.
I think because the woman and the kids were like in the house more often. Because he was like, they were like farmers, right? They were like working the land and shit.
That's fair.
So the family described the sound as unnervingly rhythmic, like soldiers marching in formation, preparing for battle.
Interesting.
Yeah. Every time someone tried to catch the source, the footsteps would stop abruptly. Days later, they'd return. Same sound, same ghostly cadence. The barrage of bullets and rocks soon resumed, striking the house almost daily.
That's alarming.
Yeah. After each incident, the Macdonalds would rush outside, desperate to spot the culprit, but the yard was always empty. The family began marking the stones and bullets before tossing them into nearby creeks. But often, the same marked objects would come flying back into the room, sometimes only minutes later.
Oof.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
The attacks became so frequent that John Macdonald replaced the windows several times before ultimately boarding them up. Still, the assaults continued. Rocks and bullets thudded against the boards, and on some nights they seemed to pass through the wood without leaving a trace. So they're just
ghost bullets?
Yeah. No matter what the family tried, the source of the violent disturbances remained chillingly unknown. More chilling paranormal activity soon followed. Dishes of water would float through the air without spilling a drop. Hearth tools clanged together on their own. Chairs and tables slid across the floor, and the kettle would fling off its lid, tip over, and crash down to the floor.
That's just annoying.
Yeah, at that point, like, they're probably trying to, like, make food and shit, and, like...
It's like, oh, I was trying to have some tea.
God damn it, the fucking kettle fell.
God damn it.
A 10-inch knife once hovered midair before launching itself into a window frame.
Oh, God.
A visitor reportedly watched a bar of soap fly from a ledge and strike one of the children in the back. Lead weights from John's fishing net were somehow removed without untying or damaging the net and thrown into the house. And then I put in big bold, trigger warning, dog.
No.
We don't know what happens to the dog, but it still has to do with the dog. So
I'm not listening.
You're still going to hear me even without the headphones on.
I'm going to exit the room for this part.
It's not bad.
No, I don't want to hear it.
It's just sad.
I don't like it.
On another occasion, after the family dog was given... Chelsea's literally leaving the room.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, she's going downstairs. This is literally just for the listeners then. It's literally just me in the room, everybody. On another occasion, after the family dog was given a pot to lick clean, the ladle leapt from the pot and chased the terrified dog around the room and out into the field. Some say the dog ran away to Michigan and never came back. Okay, it's over. That's it.
I don't do animal stuff.
The dog just ran away. That's it.
I don't like that.
Fair.
So sorry, I had to exit the premises for that. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so while passing through the area, a peddler named Patrick Tobin spent a few nights at the Macdonald's home. One morning, he realized that 20 silver coins were missing from his belongings. When he mentioned it to the family, they told him not to worry. Items had a habit of vanishing and mysteriously turning up again.
It's Ronald McDonald stealing them.
It is. Sure enough, during breakfast, a sharp ping hit the window, and one silver coin dropped onto Patrick's plate, followed by 18 more in quick succession.
No.
Like, just picture that.
Raining
like,
coins.
Out of nowhere, too. Without waiting for the last, he snatched up the coins and fled the house. As he left, he told the children that if the 20th coin ever turned up, they could keep it. Fair. I'd be like, I don't fucking give a fuck. I'm getting the fuck out of this house.
Same.
During a visit to the Macdonald home, a fellow Scottish immigrant named James Stewart sat with the family, discussing the strange events. He recalled a similar case back in Scotland, where an empty bucket had supposedly traveled on its own to a well.
Ew.
I know.
I hate wells.
I know you do.
Yikes.
And returned filled with water.
That's kind of convenient.
I mean,
at
it's
least
filling itself.
At least it's doing its job.
Curious, he asked if the Macdonalds had experienced anything like that.
Hey, do you guys have any well?
Hey, do you guys have any buckets that fills themselves to the well and fills itself?
Fills itself?
I'd be like, no, but I wish.
I feel like that seems tight.
No, but I want that. They replied no, just as a full cup of water suddenly lifted off the table, floated around the room,
weird,
hovered briefly,
gross,
and then poured itself onto the floor.
Oh God, what a waste. Now they gotta go back to the well.
I know. In the early days, the disturbances, while unnerving, seemed more mischievous than malevolent. But as time went on, the activity grew darker and more threatening. By 1830, word of the Macdonald family's bizarre experiences had spread across North America. Newspapers picked up the story, and curious visitors began flocking to the quiet settlement of Baldoon, hoping to witness the strange events for themselves. Locals and family members kept records of the incidents, which were frequently published, turning the family's farm into an unlikely tourist attraction.
Interesting.
I wish that would happen now. Haunted house. Be like, oh,
come
me up, I'm coming. Another visitor, William Fleury, arrived at the Macdonald home, eager to witness the mysterious events he had heard so much about. As he sat conversing with the family, the wooden cradle holding the youngest Macdonald child began to rock, gently at first, then so violently it nearly threw the baby out. The men rushed to steady the cradle with all their strength, while John's wife quickly rescued the child. I know. British Army officer Captain Lewis Bennett and his friend, John Jones, visited the Macdonald home to conduct their own investigation. In his report, Captain Bennett described how furniture moved on its own, his firearm mysteriously exploded, and the entire house appeared to lift 3 feet at either end before slamming back down.
What?
The whole house just lifted up and down.
What in the hell?
Yeah.
How does that even work?
I have no fucking idea. At one point, he collected some of the bullets that had been thrown into the room and placed them in a shot belt slung over his shoulder, only to find the belt mysteriously empty moments later as bullets once again flew through the windows.
Damn, this ghost loves bullets.
Yeah. So Bennett also described a terrifying attack on the Macdonald's infant. So this is the same baby.
Oh no.
I know, this poor baby.
This poor baby.
The baby was resting quietly in its cradle when it suddenly awoke screaming. The mother scooped the child into her arms and discovered a red-hot stone beneath its back, which had burned a hole in the blanket. Yeah.
Oh my God, what the hell?
So John used a pair of tongs to toss the stone into the nearby creek, but within moments, the exact same stone came crashing back into the room.
Oh God.
That poor baby.
That is just vile.
Yeah.
Evil.
Then came the fires.
What?
Small fires of flame began drifting through the air, igniting wherever they landed. And this is in the house. Blazes broke out in nearly every room, as if some unseen as if some unseen force was determined to burn the house down to the ground. Bundles of flammable materials like cobwebs, flax, and pieces of clothing would appear mysteriously throughout the home.
Weird.
Yeah. Fires also erupted in the most unreachable places. Inside closets, behind clapboards, which is
yeah,
that shit.
Yeah.
Or on the if you have a house with the siding.
Yeah.
It's in there.
That's so annoying.
And even within the walls themselves. In one terrifying instance, more than a dozen fires broke out at once, with no apparent cause. As soon as one was extinguished, another would spark. It soon became clear something or someone wanted them gone. So with the house so badly damaged by the constant fires, the Macdonald family had no choice but to find shelter elsewhere. They stayed first with John's brother-in-law, then with friends and neighbors, and eventually moved in with John's father, Donald. This is Ronald McDonald.
Yep.
But the strange activity followed them. No matter where they went, the dark encounters persisted. Soon, their livelihood came under attack. Corn crops grew just a foot tall before weathering. Oxen dropped dead in the fields, and a plague wiped out their pigs. Chickens and geese would lay a single egg, then die on the spot.
What?
Even their horses were found mysteriously dead in their stalls.
I hate
I know,
that
not the animals.
so much.
Leave them alone, man.
I hate that.
So public fascination with the Baldoon Mystery only grew, drawing crowds of curious visitors hoping to witness the supernatural events for themselves or walk away with one of the infamous stones. The situation.
Why would you want that?
Well, see, people did this shit. They
it's
they went
so
to
weird.
like when people would go to crime scenes and take shit.
I would like a souvenir
I don't know.
from this haunted place. Also, how long did he live in this place before he experienced like paranormal activity?
I'm not 100% sure, but like his dad, so it's like pretty much like adjacent property. Like it's like near where his dad was, and his dad moved there in 1804. So this family had been there for like a while.
So it's so weird that like in that specific spot where they obviously built, where he built his house, that they would experience it there, but not like at the property that's. I mean, I don't know how many acres they are apart.
Yeah,
but like
I'm not sure either.
It's
but
just interesting to me. Like there's some bad.
It just kind of like
land.
started. Out of the blue.
Yeah, there's some bad shit going on that land.
So public fascination with the Baldoon Mystery only grew, drawing crowds of curious visitors hoping to witness the supernatural events for themselves or walk away with one of the infamous stones. The situation attracted so much attention that the government launched an official investigation.
Interesting.
Aiming to uncover the source of the disturbances and bring them to an end. The Macdonalds were relocated to temporary housing during the inquiry, but the activity continued, not just at their new residence, but also at the now abandoned homestead. So now it's like where they are, but also back at their house.
Wait, so it must have attached itself to someone or something. I hate that so much.
Yep. So eventually the investigators gave up and the family was allowed to return to their farm.
I mean, like, why would they want to? But I guess they're kind of like, well, it's happening there and here.
Well, so it's like no matter where they go,
we may as well just go back.
Yeah. So too afraid to sleep inside their home, the Macdonald family chose to stay in tents near Donald Macdonald's house. But even then, they found themselves constantly rushing into the home at all hours to extinguish fires. And this is in Donald's home now.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
it's
like,
spread to Donald's.
Yeah. So in an effort to minimize the damage, they removed clothing and stored it in barrels or hung it up on the laundry line. Yet the garments would still spontaneously ignite.
What the hell?
Bundles of sticks were seen flying through the air, landing on the roof of Donald's house, barn, and nearby buildings before bursting into flames.
God, that's actually it's just annoying at this point.
At that point, I'd be like, hey, like,
Donald would probably be like,
off.
What?
Yeah, right? Be like, it's not even, that's my son.
He's like, I've lived here for so many years.
This has nothing to do with me, okay?
This has nothing to do with me. That's just wild.
So just 3 days after the family returned, Donald's barn, packed with grain, was completely destroyed by fire.
What in the hell?
Yeah. So with the harsh Canadian winter approaching, the family decided to stay in a small log cabin that was close by. Though the government failed to provide answers, many others stepped forward, eager to help. Among them was Robert Barker, a school teacher from Bay County, Michigan, who also claimed to be an expert in witchcraft.
Oh.
The Macdonalds welcomed him to their farm, where he soon witnessed the strange occurrences for himself. Convinced that the family had been cursed by a spirit, Barker took action. He wrote out commands invoking the Holy Trinity on placards, using language he believed would drive the entity away, and nailed them to the walls. He also hung a lucky horseshoe above the door for added protection. But despite his efforts, nothing changed. And Barker was eventually arrested for pretending to practice witchcraft.
What?
This is 1829.
Oh no.
Or 1830.
He had such good intentions.
He did.
He was just trying to help.
He was just trying to help, but he got arrested.
God.
So at the community's urging, a Catholic priest came to stay at the farm, determined to rid the Macdonalds of the evil tormenting them.
Now he can do it because he's a priest. Crazy.
Well, he doesn't do it, so...
It's like, let me do all the exact same stuff that Parker did.
Literally, but because he's a priest, it's not witchcraft.
That's fine.
Even though it's probably like the same stuff.
Yeah.
So he spent the week tirelessly performing rituals and prayers in an attempt to exorcise the malevolent force. But after days with no improvement, the priest suggested a troubling possibility, that the haunting could be divine punishment for sins committed by Donald or others in the family.
What did they do?
Pretty much the priest was just like, I don't know, man. Clearly, like, one of your family members fucked up.
Something
and, like,
bad.
This is God smiting you.
That's horrible. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
You'll figure it out in death.
He encouraged them to confess and seek repentance. With a heavy heart, he apologized for being unable to help and quietly departed.
Did they repent?
Maybe they did.
Undocumented. Didn't help. Okay.
An indigenous man from a nearby tribe who claimed to understand the source of the Macdonald's misfortune stepped forward to help. Okay, so this man told the family they were victims of a powerful curse. According to him, a kettle buried underneath a specific tree on their property contained a disturbing concoction, including 50 human tongues.
What? And that's a lot of tongues.
Aren't
tongues really big?
Yeah. So I don't know how 50 would fit in a kettle. Among other things.
Unless it was a large kettle. Or
cauldron.
Do tongues shrink when they're out of
your
body?
They probably do shrink, yeah.
Probably.
But still, 50 seems like a lot.
50 seems like a lot of tongues.
It wasn't just that. Like, that was just part of the concoction.
That was just step one.
That was just one ingredient. To break the curse, the kettle needed to be unearthed through a specific ritual. But there was a catch. Whoever dug it up would die instantly.
What?
The man said he was willing to make the sacrifice to bring the family peace. The Macdonalds agreed, and he promised to return in a few days to carry out the task. Word of this potential breakthrough spread quickly, and when the day came, a crowd of over 200 onlookers gathered around the tree, hoping to witness the end of the Baldoon Mystery. But the man never arrived.
No. Well, he probably thought some stuff through.
I don't know what the point of that was, but after waiting, a few brave members of the crowd took it upon themselves to dig, only to find nothing buried beneath the tree.
Yeah,
so I don't know where that man came from. I don't know why he bothered doing that, but anyway. So between 1830 and 1831, a Methodist minister brought Donald Macdonald news of a doctor who lived over 200 kilometers away, a man said to be well-versed in witchcraft, folk magic, and the removal of evil.
I thought you were going to say the removal of tongues.
Spoiler, he's the one who put the tongues in the kettle.
It
was him. No, a removal of evil, not tongues. Although I'm sure he could. He was a doctor. So the doctor's daughter was also believed to have second sight and was known for her mastery of stone reading.
How are these people not arrested, but Barker was?
Right? Like,
I mean,
the man just put some Holy Trinity shit on the wall and hung a horseshoe, and they're like,
gets arrested. And this woman's like, I see ghosts. And they're like,
I read stones.
Yeah. They're like,
cool.
You're in.
Hoping this duo might hold the key to ending their torment, the minister and Macdonald set out the very next day on the long journey. And this is Donald Macdonald, not John. So toward the end of their 3-day trek, as they rode through a clearing in the dark, unsettling things began to happen. Voices whispered to them from the surrounding woods, growing louder with each passing minute.
Nope.
Twigs snapped nearby, and they heard heavy footsteps pacing alongside them on the dirt path, yet no one was there.
That could have been a bear.
But no one was there. Nothing was there.
Maybe it was stalking them. Maybe it was a wolf.
It was right beside them.
Maybe it was
an invisible bear?
An invisible bear wolf. A beowulf.
A beowulf. So the minister believed that the entity that had plagued the Macdonald family had followed them, desperate to stop them from reaching help.
That's fair.
As they pressed forward into the woods, the sounds escalated into what sounded like a battle, with men screaming and voices begging for help. Then, just as dawn broke and the sunlight pierced through
the trees. The trees.
Then, as
the forest.
Then, just as dawn broke, Don't. I'm having trouble with this sentence. I'm struggling.
Okay, sorry, go.
Then, just as dawn broke and the sunlight pierced
the trees.
through the tree. I'm gonna kill you. Then, just as dawn broke and the sunlight pierced through the trees, the forest fell eerily silent. Donald and the minister eventually arrived at the home of the doctor and his 15-year-old daughter. The girl confirmed that she possessed second sight and used a moonstone to reveal things others couldn't see. After hearing Donald's account of the strange and terrifying events plaguing his family, she asked him one simple question. Had he experienced any trouble over his land before the activity began? At first, Donald said no, but after a moment, he recalled a minor dispute with another family in Baldoon, led by an elderly matriarch.
Oh no!
The girl closed her eyes and began describing the family's house and its members in uncanny detail.
Ooh.
This is like the, not their house, but like the person they had the fight with.
Yes.
Their house. She agreed to help and retreated to her room with the moonstone. What? Hours later, she emerged with a vision. She had seen fire and claimed that one of the Macdonald's outbuildings had gone up in flames just 2 hours earlier. She told them the source of the trouble wasn't a demon, a poltergeist, or fairy, but a human being, hiding in plain sight among their community.
What?
To stop the curse, Donald would need to find a black goose hidden among his flock and shoot it with a silver bullet.
Oh.
With his knowledge, he doesn't need to kill it, he just needs to shoot it. Armed with this knowledge and renewed hope, Donald
is likely
in the wing.
Oh, okay.
You'll see.
All right.
Armed with this knowledge and renewed hope, Donald and the minister began their journey home. When Donald returned to the farm, he found that yet another building had burned to the ground, just as the girl with the moonstone had said. He shared what he had learned with John, who immediately said he knew which goose they needed to target. The following morning, John molded a single silver bullet and loaded it into his gun. He invited several neighbors to join him, and they crouched behind tall grasses with a clear view of the flock of geese that swam in the river. When John spotted the black goose, he took careful aim and fired. The bullet struck the goose in its left wing, and the injured bird flailed before disappearing from view. John then made his way to the home of the old matriarch. As he approached, he saw her sitting on the porch, muttering under her breath. Her left arm was clearly injured, bruised, and bound in a sling.
What?
When her eyes met his, she offered nothing but a cold, bitter glare. In that moment, John knew the nightmare had finally come to an end. From that day forward, the strange occurrences stopped, and the Macdonald family was finally free to rebuild their lives and live in peace once more. So, like the old...
What?
She was the goose.
Yes, I caught that. Thank you for explaining.
When I first read it, I was like, wait, was she the goose? So I was like, I'm just going to add that tidbit in there in case anyone else was confused.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I was. Fair. So she was the one, allegedly.
But what was the altercation that started this all?
Like something over the land. Like there was like a land dispute.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know anything more than that.
That's fair. There probably isn't a lot of documentation about it. So.
Well, okay, and this brings me to my next part. So the Baldoon Mystery remains one of Canada's most enduring historical legends. The version of the story most people know today comes from the book written by Neil Macdonald, John's son.
Oh, interesting.
Who was just 5 years old when the events took place.
Oh.
The widely told ending that the family was cursed by a witch living nearby, and that the curse was broken by shooting a bewitched black goose with a silver bullet has become the most iconic version of the tale. However, given the ghost-like activity the Macdonalds experienced, some believe the truth may be more complex, or that the mystery was never truly solved.
Interesting.
Yeah. So skeptics have speculated that this ending may have been exaggerated or added later to provide closure to the story. So while the Baldoon Mystery is rooted in real events, its supernatural elements appear to blur the line between fact and fiction. A newspaper article from November 1829 documented the fires, destruction of John Macdonald's house, strange noises, and unexplained bullets. So that all did happen.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
There is also a surviving trial record of Robert Barker.
Interesting.
So he was real, who was arrested for pretending to practice witchcraft in his attempt to help the family.
Was he pretending, or did he really practice and they just arrested him?
Well, he was found guilty.
Because the Moonstone girl was not arrested.
So that's like part of the made-up ending.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but this guy was real.
And he was
indeed arrested for practicing witchcraft.
Yeah.
And he was found guilty and sentenced to a year in prison, including being placed in a pillory.
What is a pillory?
It's the wood thing where there's like your arms and
oh
your
my
head
God, like
are
in Pirates of the
thing,
Caribbean?
yes, and then you're shackled and people throw garbage at you.
Oh no. How long do you have to do that for?
He was sentenced, I don't think he ever had to actually do it.
Okay.
But he was sentenced to do that once every quarter. So every like 4
Oh my God. That just reminds me of like Pirates of the Caribbean for some reason. But
yeah, so that's essentially
that's so interesting that was like
a thing.
A
form
like
of
I've
punishment.
never heard of that.
You're going
before.
to jail, and we're gonna publicly
by the
humiliate
way,
you.
once every 6 months or once every 4 months,
yeah,
you're going to stand outside.
We're gonna lock you in this thing, and people are gonna throw tomatoes at you.
That's pretty trash. I would hate that.
I know.
I'd be like, just put me in solitary confinement.
Luckily, he did appeal, and he was pardoned after just 1 month. So I don't think he ever actually had to do that.
Okay.
And he didn't seem to serve.
I mean, listen, that's not a long sentence for witchcraft. I mean, at least he wasn't murdered, killed.
Right.
So
yeah, he wasn't executed for.
He wasn't executed
hanging a horseshoe.
For hanging in a horseshoe. So that's good.
Yeah. So additionally, 26 separate witness testimonies were collected that support. Oh my God, I can't talk anymore. Additionally, 26 separate witness testimonies were collected that support much of what Neil Macdonald later wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So what's notably absent from those early accounts, however, are any mentions of silver bullets, psychic teenagers, black geese, or witches. In an 1894 newspaper article, one of the Macdonald's neighbors stated that the strange activity simply stopped just as suddenly as it had begun.
Interesting.
So it seems likely that the activity did indeed happen, and it kind of just
stopped.
Ended.
Interesting.
So, what really happened at the Macdonald farm in Baldoon? Was it the result of a curse, a haunting, or something else entirely? While the truth may be lost to time, the Baldoon Mystery continues to captivate, blending folklore, first-hand testimony, and historical record into one of Canada's most chilling and enigmatic tales. Whether fact, fiction, or something in between, it's a story that still raises questions, and maybe even the hairs on the back of your neck.
Oh, it did.
That is the Baldoon Mystery.
That is wild. I've never heard of this before. That was very cool. That was very interesting.
Cool, right?
Yeah, I've literally never heard of it. I love that it's Canadian and in Ontario. Like that's very, very cool.
Just like probably like a couple hours from where we are right now.
Yeah, like 2.5 hours. Like that's pretty wild. But damn, I wonder what really happened.
That's the thing. Like,
you don't know.
They were publishing newspaper articles as it was happening, talking about like the bullets and shit. Like that was in the newspaper articles. Yeah. So like someone, unless like whoever was telling the newspaper article was making it up.
Yeah.
That part happened.
It's interesting because I wonder if like, oh well, probably not, because when Donald Macdonald got there, it was
Ronald
before,
Macdonald?
Yeah, it was before the War of 1812, right?
He got there in 1804, yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, if it was later, it could have been like with the bullets, it could have been something residual, because it could have been like
but
maybe
the
a
activity
residual.
didn't start happening until 1829.
But Donald Macdonald would have, like, if something happened on his land, he would have witnessed it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it
it
could have been residual from like something else.
A lot of it was giving like war.
It was, yeah.
Right?
So much of it. So
and like the fact that the War of 1812 happened right there.
Yeah, like so close. That's why I was like,
maybe
it would be interesting if there was some kind of battle that happened there, and then they moved there, and then they witnessed it. But I think, you know, if it's on his land, he would have obviously,
and
he's
a farmer,
like he would have obviously seen it.
Yeah, like the actual war.
What has he got?
A pillow.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get that later.
But yeah, I do feel like part of it could be residual.
Yeah.
But like
perhaps.
Also,
it does give curse, but
it does give curse.
Yeah.
I don't think it really gives witch, because that's what people were saying. They're like, this like literally is giving poltergeist.
It does. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if it was a curse, maybe perhaps a witch was involved.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wonder, like, there are a lot of things that are like very like poltergeisty, like the moving of furniture and like the whispering in the woods, even though like I know that that's like the part that's like
that's
folklore, like it's not it's not in like the newspapers or like there's no eyewitnesses, but like, you know, I think it very well could be either. Like it seems like, I don't know, could be either. But so yeah, I mean, Look, it could be anything. I don't know.
That's the thing.
It's just such an
we
interesting.
Probably never will know.
No, it's just such an interesting like mystery because I feel like there is like so much of it that is actually like documented in newspapers, and there's actually eyewitnesses, and Barker was arrested.
Yeah.
Like I think that's so interesting because a lot of time, obviously with folklore, there's usually like no evidence.
Legend.
Or it's like legend. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like.
It's just
at
interesting
least like
that's in like newspaper. Yeah. Like I know that. I mean, yeah, who knows? Like maybe their source was literally just the family, but still, it's interesting that it was documented in
people
something.
Still claimed that happened.
Yeah, exactly. So they thought it was newsworthy enough. Yeah. So interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
Just something about like the poltergeisty shit. Yeah. Like where shit's like floating.
Yeah, I don't love it. I do not love.
I feel like I've said this on an episode before. I would like to see one thing float at one point. Just to see it.
I don't know.
But not in my home. I don't
know. If I want to see it.
I'm sure I'm saying this now and then it would happen. I'd be like, oh, I regret it.
Oh, hell
I regret it. No.
I just don't want to see, like, I have this, like, recurring fear because like you know I can't sleep with my bedroom door open, but I have to because it's so hot recently. Yeah. And like we're pumping the AC, but like it's still like hot. Yeah. I'm always scared that like one really long hand is gonna like curl around my bedroom door. Yeah. And I'm not gonna see anything else, just this
long fingers. Yes. With long nails.
Yes. Yeah. I think about that constantly. I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and I'm just like, no, the door is open. We have to close it. And then I remember Murph and I'm like, he's wearing a fur coat, I have to keep it open.
And I don't know, and I'm thinking because you have a nightlight in there, so you actually would see it.
Okay, thank you for making it worse.
See, because I'm thinking my room, I'm like, I can't see, it's all black, I can't see.
But if it's darkness, you would still like the moonlight, you would still be able like would you rather see more of it or less?
There's
of
no
it?
moonlight in my room.
Fair.
It is completely dark.
Yeah,
which fair. I want darkness.
That
because if there is something creepy,
you know, I don't want to see it.
I'd rather just not know it's there.
But I would also maybe like, I don't know, I kind of want to see it because I know what I'm up against. I'm like, I need to get a weapon. How large are you? How big are those hands/nails?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about it, if there was something there, it clearly hasn't done anything.
Oh God,
that's so it's probably harmless.
It probably is, but now I feel like there's actually something there.
There's not. Chelsea, we would definitely know if there was a creepy thing.
I know
with
this
long
house
fingers.
does not have weird vibes.
No, it doesn't.
We
1000% would know.
I get scared, but anyway,
don't worry, you'll be fine.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. And scene.
And scene.
Please review us, rate us.
Are you doing my spiel? Are you stealing my line?
No, this is your line.
I do want to rewrite it eventually, but
please, we would love to get to 30 likes on Spotify.
30 likes?
30 reviews.
Oh, I was like, what? 30 likes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is not my part.
No, it's not your part. This is why I have it written down in my notes app, because otherwise I'd be just rambling on. So like Chelsea was saying, if you enjoyed listening to our episode, please consider subscribing or following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please. And leaving us a 5-star review. Please.
Help us get to 30.
Girl, we're like far away from 30.
Please, guys.
Are we at like 14? Like we're
I think we're at 17.
On Spotify? I haven't checked in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Are we actually?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are we actually?
I'm pretty sure. We actually have to walk Murph after this. You gotta come.
That's fine. Oh, we are at 17.
I told you.
Oh my God. I haven't checked in like a week.
We're so close, guys. Come on.
Oh my God. Okay, if you left one of these reviews, thank you so much. I love you. Oh my God.
We're so happy. Thank you. Thank you for reviewing us. It really makes our day.
You have literally no idea. I was just like, you have no idea.
No idea how much it means to us. We actually
appreciate it. Okay. So like I said, if you haven't reviewed us yet and you enjoyed the episode, please consider doing so. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Haunted Hangout Podcast. And like I said, we are going to have a summer schedule. July is already up on our Instagram. So if you aren't following us on Instagram, make sure to do so you know when our episodes are coming out. And then if you have a spooky story that you'd like to share with us, you can email us at hauntedhangoutpodcast13@gmail.com, and we will include it in our next listener lore episode, which we've got a few stories already for the next episode. Just waiting for a couple more, and then we'll do another listen along.
Yeah.
Exciting. Seeing that we got 3 more reviews actually just made me really happy.
I know. I was so excited when I saw it. It like made my day.
So yeah, let's get to 30. 30's our next goal. Okay, maybe let's get to 20. Let's get to 20 first.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning into Haunted Hangout. As always, stay curious and trust your instincts when the vibes are off.
If you find house,
50 tongues.
Oh my God. Not the tongues.
Anything but the tongues.
Yeah, if you walk into a house and the vibes are off, just get the fuck out.
Get out of there.
Just get out.
Don't wait for the long hand nail situation. I know. I don't know why I said that. I need help. Help.
We both do. Anyway, okay, bye.
Bye.